Stocking up our lemonade, smiling in a cap and gown. I don't know what to say, I know I've been MIA. The dreams I just had to chase been running me around. The other day it hit me like a hammer, that you can't get back those moments that really matter. Another candle on a cake, another month on a page. You blink another year,
Well, it's been a long time since I flew past that welcome sign. Smell the sweet of them pines in this honeysuckle bell buckle paradise. Oh, that wrap around town you thought that you owned, where you learn how to live, yeah, until you got gone. And you think that you changed, but you find that you don't, 'cause you can't outrun what you're raised up on. You can't take the good out of the good old boy. Can't fake a slow, steady, heavy draw. Don't go a day without breaking down. Some hell yeah, some yes ma'am, some hey y'all. Good Lord, the first one you thank when your rider dies beside you with gas in the tank. You might not stay, but you don't ever leave. When you're down, home runs deep. Friday night lights, they're shining just a little bit brighter now. And that cotton ball sky looks the same, but there's a few more looking down. And I hope that I'm making pride and showing them how. Yeah, I'm showing them how. You can't take the good out of the good old boy. Can't fake a slow, steady, heavy draw. Don't go a day without breaking down. Some hell yeah, some yes ma'am, some hey y'all. Good Lord, the first one you thank when your rider dies beside you with gas in the tank. You might not stay, but you don't ever leave. When you're down, home runs deep. Well, that wrap around town you thought that you owned, where you learn how to live, yeah, until you got gone. And you think that you changed, but you find that you don't, 'cause you can't outrun what you're raised up on. You can't take the good out of the good old boy. Can't fake a slow, steady, heavy draw. Don't go a day without breaking down. Some hell yeah, some yes ma'am, some hey y'all. Good Lord, the first one you thank when your rider dies beside you with gas in the tank. You might not stay, but you don't ever leave. When you're down, home runs deep. When you're down, home runs deep. Splashing water in the mirror on my face. Wish the steam was a past I could wash away, but it is what it is, and it ain't what it ain't. Looking back at forwards won't change a thing. Flipping channels full of hate, full of black and white. Wish they'd throw some good in my headlines, like that kid that sold his Jordans for his mama's treatments. When I hear that kind of love, man, it helps me see it. We ain't going off the deep end. No, we're right where we belong. We're right where we belong. Where we're going, we don't know, but we're going there together. We're right where we belong. They say we're all lost on a permanent roam, an entire generation raised in a phone. But hey, this thing takes notes, and then notes make me able to remember melodies that put food on my table. You see, one second you're starved, the next you're a star. Say one thing wrong, and it all falls apart. Whatever happened, so we all make mistakes. Let's put a little more amazing back in the grace. We're right where we belong. We're right where we belong. Where we're going, we don't know, but we're going there together. We're right where we belong. slippers fall off, but we all got something great inside. Sure may take a little time. That's all right. Enjoy the ride. We're right where we belong. We're right where we belong. Where we're going, we don't know, but we're going there together. We're right where we belong. We're right where we belong.
I turned on the evening news, saw an old man being interviewed, turning 102 today. They asked him what's the secret to life. He looked up from his old pipe, laughed and said, all I can say is, don't blink. Just like that, you're 6 years old and you take a nap and you wake up and you're 25. Then your high school sweetheart becomes your wife. Don't blink, you just might miss your babies growing like mine did, turning into moms and dads. Next thing you know, you better have a 50 years as they're in bed, and you pray and God takes you instead. Trust me, friend, 100 years goes faster than you think. So don't blink. Well, I was glued to my TV when it looked like you looked at me and said, let's start putting first things first. 'Cause when your hourglass runs out of sand, you can't flip it over and start again. Take every breath God gives you for what it's worth. Don't blink. Just like that, you're 6 years old and you take a nap and you wake up and you're 25. Then your high school sweetheart becomes your wife. Don't blink, you just might miss your babies growing like mine did, turning into moms and dads. Next thing you know, you better have a 50 years as they're in bed, and you pray and God takes you instead. Trust me, friend, 100 years goes faster than you think. So don't blink. So I've been trying to slow it down, I've been trying to take it easy in this here today, gone tomorrow world we're living in. So don't blink. Just like that, you're 6 years old and you take a nap and you wake up and you're 25. Then your high school sweetheart becomes your wife. Don't blink, you just might miss your babies growing like mine did, faster than you think. Don't blink. Don't blink. Life goes faster than you think. Jack and Diane painted a picture of my life and my dreams. Suddenly this crazy world made more sense to me. Well, I heard it today and I couldn't help but sing along. 'Cause every time I hear that song, and I go back to a two-tone short bed Chevy, driving my first love out to the levee, living life with no sense of time. And I go back to the feel of a 50-yard line, a blanket of girls, some raspberry wine, wishing time would stop right in its tracks. Every time I hear that song, I'll go back. I'll go back. And I used to rock all night long to keep on rocking me, baby. At frat parties, college bars, just trying to impress the ladies. Well, I heard today and I couldn't help but sing along. 'Cause every time I hear that song.
I'm so hyped. I'm 17 today, and I'm just so hyped to graduate.
Here?
No.
Yeah, I guess. As ready as can be. I feel like
I'm unprepared.
Is that it? Yeah. No. Not at all.
Yes.
I feel like I should be here right now. I feel like yesterday I was a freshman, so that's so real. It's crazy.
I want it to be over, man.
Feels good, man. I just came from Florida. Don't really know what's going on here. But, you know, feels great.
I'm so ready for senior year, and I'm gonna kick its butt.
Yeah. Wow. I'm so excited.
Can't wait! Okay, I'll go. Go. I'm
excited.
It kind of feels like any other school year, but like it's like there's like the underlying feeling of like, damn. It's kind of weird that I'm actually senior now.
First day of school. Are you recording?
Another turning point, a fork stuck in the road. Time grabs you by the wrist, directs you where to go. So make the best of this test and don't ask why. It's not a question, but a lesson learned in time. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life.
What is one word to describe the senior class?
I would say
Fun.
I would go with Bruja, because though they learned a lot while I taught them in class, they were always crazy and it was a bunch of chaos and it was chaotic learning.
Resilient.
okay, it's more like a phrase that you are all very eclectic in your own individuals, but as a group, you are together as one entity.
Effervescent.
I was actually thinking about this question, and I kept on thinking, like, well, what's a determined, like, kind of word, like something that, like, persevere kind of thing, and the word I came up with is tenacious. Because tenacious not only brings out this idea of being determined, but it's like this kind of like a stickiness to it. Like, no, you don't take no for an answer kind of thing. And for the seniors that I know, it's kind of like, you might tell them one thing, but they are determined, they're ready to go. And you might say, you might give a little advice, but they're still going to do what they want to do, but they also are determined to get things done. So to me, tenacious is the key word for this class.
Talented, approachable. All of the interactions I've had with all of the seniors, they've been really easygoing and easy to talk to. I've had great interactions with a lot of the seniors, so definitely approachable.
Honorable.
Supportive. I feel like you guys have been like really like a little family and really supportive of each other. It's been really sweet to see.
Faces. You guys were my post-COVID babies, and it was the first time we saw anybody's faces in over a year and a half, so faces.
Remarkable.
Inclusive. They had a great amount of empathy for one another, their fellow class members, as well as the entire school. They go further, they reach further, they stretch the limits of their capabilities to be inclusive with one another in whatever it is that they're doing.
Energetic. Take that any way you want.
Working 12.
Yes.
Smile. Okay.
Take school seriously.
Hi. Hey guys. Is it on? Sunrise. Sunrise. Yay. Yeah. Cut that out. Is it on?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. We can do better. We can do better.
Like, my biggest regret is not taking freshman year because it set me back a lot. Just focus on it. It's easy, just get it done.
Just keep your head down, keep grinding, don't waste your time, don't dilly-dally, keep your grades up, have fun. Future athletes, again, stay on the grind, really just keep working, stay dedicated, if you lose, just get back up, hit again, come out very successful, just keep pushing at it, don't give up when things get hard. Hey, sure. Yeah, that's a pretty cool shirt. Yeah, thanks to like my t-shirt, coach and stuff. Yeah.
A favorite memory is definitely building probably the best bonfire that Saucon Valley has ever seen with you guys this year.
You know, I just think watching you guys grow over the past 4 years has been my favorite, because I think this is one of the classes that I've had the most. Just so I've had so many students through freshman, sophomore, junior, and senior year. So I think watching all those moments has been really enjoyable for me.
One memory from the senior class.
The day my good students Carter and Ruth reenacted the balcony scene.
This senior class, I have to say the senior prank.
It's the best firing I've ever seen.
Because there was a lot of teachers doing things with it that was rather entertaining.
Favorite memory for the senior class is Powder Puff Boys volleyball was a blast the last 2 years. We had a lot of fun. I got yelled at a lot because of my poor officiating skills, but it's fine.
Oh, you emailed her? Oh, that's smart. When Kitty gets here, I'll be like, hey, I'm here.
Seniors still came out with a win, so all good.
Ooh, favorite memory for me personally was watching the playoff game from the basketball team this year. It was up at our place, Northern Lehigh, and we watched them play, and a lot of seniors on that team, so they're losing a lot of good guys.
It's really hard to pick one memory. I have so many positive memories from our class interactions, but I guess if I have to pick one set of memories, it would be our activities in Model UN, debate, and scholastic scrimmage. Everybody is always enthusiastic in those activities.
Yeah, they're numerous. I think when my dad passed earlier, this class and any class that included members of the senior class that I had the privilege of teaching really circled the wagons around me when my dad passed away. And I was just so overwhelmed with the support that this class and others gave me during that tough period of time, just overwhelmed by how thoughtful everybody was during that time.
The favorite memory of the current senior class. Well, I've never taught all of the seniors, but the ones that I did have in class, they challenged me, but they brought a lot of life to my classes, things that I will never forget.
I think my favorite memory from the senior class was watching the Saucon Valley Indoor Percussion Ensemble realize that they made it to finals at ACCs.
So the murals were, I came up with doing the murals for a couple reasons. The one was to create a sense of community within the school and give some ownership to the students and to give students the ability to leave their mark. I wanted to just create a artistic culture and a creative culture in the building.
Probably the day that you guys were filming this, and I offered to step in and just watch what was going on and make sure that you had a teacher there, and I got to know these kids just by watching them dance.
Spider-Man, I heard that. That was amazing. Fight her. Fight Marilyn Monroe. Get her.
With great power comes great responsibility.
Watching them get really excited about things, watching them, singing with the music, all of that. And it was just really nice to see them out of the classroom, see them really being who they were. And I like that. I think that was a lot of energy there, too.
Senior in bands is weird because we've been doing this for like 5 or some 6 years, and it's like we're never gonna be playing this music on that. I think I broke my finger. Senior year is awesome, and it's amazing. I love this. We love you, Bree.
Your 2024 homecoming king.
Great. I just saw John Murphy. I love that kid. You should see his outfit right now. It's so bomb.
How do you feel about senior year?
I'm so excited to leave. She doesn't mean that.
My pieces of advice, which I will reiterate at my graduation speech, are to keep your sense of humor, keep your sense of kindness toward others. Okay, don't take yourself in life too seriously, but take it seriously enough so that you get everything there is to get out of life.
That the 3 things that I think are indispensable for success in this life is to be resilient when you have those failures, to persevere through difficulties, and to endure to the finish line. You gotta keep running. You keep running this race, and after you run this race, there will be another race. But remember that there are people around you, and the key word in the persistence, the resilience, and endurance is love.
Word advice, have fun. Don't get too bogged down by stress when you go to college. Have some fun with your life. Find the joy in things.
Don't get me. Word of advice. Never forget that you have support from where you came from. Because no matter where you go in life, you can always come home.
Okay, having taught psychology and knowing a lot about human behavior, the one thing I can say is please, please, eliminate the word can't from your vocabulary. Eliminate it. Let it go. Never say it again. Because what we talk about in psychology is self-fulfilling prophecies. What we talk about in psychology is this idea of facial feedback, behavior feedback, this idea that if you say the word can't, you've already lost. You already put it in your mind that you can't do something, right? And so eliminate it. Let it go. Eliminate the word can't, and you are going to be extremely successful in your life.
My word of advice to seniors or to everybody is seize every opportunity and make the most of your circumstances. Even when things aren't exactly the way that you plan them, figure out a way to make it work for you and you will be successful. And find love and kindness in your life.
My best advice I could give you is to find something you love doing, find someone that you love to settle down with, and enjoy your life every minute.
My advice would be, I think a lot of students go to college and they get lost in the social aspects of college, but I think you have to engage in college to grow yourself as like a learner and within your experience. So I think my greatest piece of advice would be take as many classes as you can, meet as many people as you can, and spend that time really focusing on yourself and try to, take in the outside world, but at the same time learn how to mute it and just soak it all in, because it really is 4 years where you just get to truly focus on yourself, and they are amazing years if you give that time. So
pay attention. Pay attention to what's going on in your lives, what's going on in your community, in your state, in your country, and in the world. Keep your eyes open, listen. Maybe more than you even give advice, listen, make sure you know what's going on. I think it's important. Cat Stevens is a musician from my era. One of the things that, for some reason this year, I thought about a lot was his words. You've got so much to say what you mean what you're thinking, and think everything. And now I feel like I'm gonna cry because I'm leaving with them.
How do you guys feel about senior year? How'd it go?
It was awesome. It was great. I'm really sad. It's the last day.
Yeah.
I listened to High School Musical in my car and I started crying.
Great.
I liked it.
I liked it. It was really good.
Good. It was
amazing.
really good.
I wouldn't change a single thing.
No.
Okay.
It was good. I'd say senior was great.
It was really fast.
I'd say it was great.
Yeah, it was fun, but I know I'm gonna miss it.
It was good.
Yeah, I would say it's the best year of high school for me.
Yeah, better than sophomore year, so it's a win.
It was good. It was fast.
It was a lot.
I'm sad it's over.
Fun. Senior year was definitely hard at some times, but I think knowing that's our last year together was really fun.
Yeah, it's great. It's fun. Yeah, A+. Went great. Yeah, it went good for some of us. We're just trying to get through it, you know.
Had a great time.
It was awesome. It was great.
Good 4 years.
Yeah, my 5 years. Amazing.
Pretty fun.
All right.
Just relax, take it easy. You're still young, that's your fault. There's so much you have to know. Find a girl, settle down. If you want, you can marry. Look at me, I am old, but I'm happy. I I was once like you are now, and I know that it's not easy to be calm when you found something going on. But take your time, think a lot, why think of everything you've got.
If ever I could see you again. If ever I could see you again. Won't you take me back to where we used to play? Hang on every word, hang on every moment. I know you're in between now and I know you can't stay. Give me one more rising sun, just one more setting moment. It felt so bright, I had to turn away. Turn back around, and the moment had been stolen. You make magic out of nothing, you make my fears go away. But who will make the words, or find the answers for them? If ever I could see you again. If ever I could see you again. Shapes us like rain on rocks now. Changing faces are woven in my future. I see, don't say it out loud. Shade from too much. I miss you most times. Or the ideas of you fall through my mind. Thoughts I can't lose. I sometimes try to hold what I can. If I can't hold you. Summer has come and passed. The innocent can never last. Wake me up when September ends. Like my father's come to pass. 7 years has gone so fast. Wake me up when September ends. Here comes the rain again, falling from the stars, drenched in my pain again, becoming who we are. As my memory rests, but never forgets what I lost. Wake me up when September ends.
Do I not have time?
Graduates, families, and staff, good evening. Please be seated. Welcome to the 128th commencement of Saucon Valley High School. Tonight we celebrate the students of the class of 2025. I stand before these young men and women this evening extremely proud to have been given the opportunity to be their high school principal. The class of 2025 has excelled in the areas of academics, athletics, the arts, and philanthropy. They have modeled hard work, teamwork, and school pride. These seniors have served as excellent role models to their peers, especially in the area of supporting one another through good and difficult times. Schools pride themselves on the type of graduates they produce. Many times you hear school administrators say that it is the responsibility of the home and the community to take an active role in the education of our students so that our joint effort will ensure the development of well-rounded, thoughtful, and responsible citizens. Even more important than academic excellence is the desire to graduate good people who will help one another and make a positive contribution to society. Let me briefly share some of the characteristics of good people from my own research, perceptions, and experiences. You will see that many of our graduates possess these traits. A well-balanced personality is the hallmark of a good human being. A person who is essentially good has mastered control of his emotions. Intellectual management of one's emotions entails being civilized at all times, under any circumstances. Authenticity is the litmus test for defining a truly good person. A person who goes through life wearing masks, being deceptive, but occasionally shows good characteristics isn't authentic. An authentically good person wears no mask and shows the core of who they are consistently, allowing the utmost trust to be instilled. Compassion comes from the heart of a good person. It extends from the heart to others and offers empathy, support, and understanding. A compassionate person feels the other person's pain as if it were their own. They are willing to reach out and offer comfort. A good person is filled with kindness. They plant seeds that help others thrive. The kind person offers themselves to others. They don't wait until a catastrophe strikes, but practice kindness in everyday life. They recognize needs in others without having to be asked to step in and help. A decent person is an honest to the core. She can easily be trusted. She is a promise keeper. When she gives you her word, you know you can count on it. She lives by truth with all people in all circumstances. She is truly dependable. Truthfulness is the major element of good character. Outward confidence arises with integrity on the inside. Finally, the most important characteristic of a good person is integrity. Being loyal to friends and honest in your speech and actions will lead you to receiving respect and admiration. Good people maintain their integrity in the face of any challenge. They never give up and they never give in. Again, I would like to congratulate the entire class of 2025. Go out into the world and continue to grow as good people. Even though you exhibit the characteristics of a good person, you must continue to work on each of them each and every day. On behalf of the entire faculty and staff of Saucon Valley High School, Superintendent Velocity, and the school board, I wish you luck, the best of luck in all future endeavors. It has been both a pleasure and honor to serve as your high school principal over the past 6 months. Good luck, God bless, and continue to touch the lives of others. Thank you. To begin our ceremony, I ask that you please rise for the singing of our national anthem by Madeline Janis.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming with broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please be seated. It is now my pleasure to introduce Yashvi Javia, class of 2025 president, to deliver the welcome address. Yashvi is the daughter of Shitul and Jignasa Javia. She plans to get a bachelor's degree in chemistry at the University of Pittsburgh. Her future plans are to be a doctor. Yashvi.
I've been racing my entire high school career for that satisfaction of success. But now that I'm finally finishing this chapter, I wish I could have stopped just a little earlier, just to reread these memorable 4 years. Teachers, staff, parents, and graduates, I am honored to stand before you today as the class of 2025 president. I want to first dedicate the fact that I'm standing up here to the two people who have always believed in me, my parents. They never gave me any idea that I couldn't do whatever I set my mind to or be whoever I wanted to be. They are truly the reason I am filled with ambition and determination. So thank you, Mom and Dad. Over the past few days, I've been struggling to figure out what I wanted to say to all of you. Actually, just the other day, I was talking to one of my close friends and telling her, I don't know what my speech should be about. She suggested I give a small, simple, we did it kind of speech. Thank you so much for the advice, Hayden, but you know I don't live by small, simple ideas. Nelson Mandela once said, there is no passion to be found in playing small, in settling for a life that is less than the one you are capable of living. And he's right, because if there's one thing we learned, we know that our greatest stories are never small nor simple. In every story, the protagonist has a choice. They can live in a small, simple world and give up when faced with conflict, or they can keep going. And the ones we remember as readers, they keep going. They keep pushing forward toward the climax of the plot. But despite the treacherous journey the protagonists face, isn't that what makes the story so good? The readers are on the edge of their seats, not because everything goes perfectly, but because everything doesn't. No great story comes from a predictable plot. The truth is, the greatest gifts in life rarely come from the truth or the plans. They come from the detours. You can't go through life without experiencing failure, unless you play it so safe that it's as if you never truly lived. But in doing that, you've already failed by default. During those setbacks and those challenges, the most important principle is to keep following the plot. Michael Jordan missed more than 9,000 shots in his career. 26 times he was entrusted to take the game-winning shot, and he missed. He failed over and over again. But what do we remember? His greatness. Thomas Edison failed 1,000 times before creating the light bulb. It was his 1,001st try that lit up the world. If you want your life to be a great story, if you want it to be filled with meaning and adventure, then remember this. When things go off track, that's when your story's plot gets interesting. Embrace the failure. Failure is just life moving you in another direction. Because if you already knew the ending of your story, it wouldn't be worth the read. And just like in our stories, our lives have chapters too. And I know this idea is a little trite for graduation ceremonies, but then again, it's only trite because it's true. So when you close your book one day, filled with chapters written by your experiences, ask yourself, how good was the book? How many ups and downs did you face? How many times were you rejected but gave 100% anyway? How many times did you try something new and failed but still stood back up? Those are the moments that make your story worth telling. So yes, I've been racing success my entire high school career. My freshman year self would have looked at me standing up here today and thought, I made it. This is a symbol of success. I did it. But over time, I realized that success is often measured by things outside of us. Titles, ranks, and recognition. And as I pause now to reread this chapter of my life, I see that maybe I shouldn't have been chasing success at all. Because when I look back, it wasn't the awards or accolades that made these 4 years worthwhile. It was the moments of uncertainty when I kept going anyway. It was the failures that taught me what resilience really feels like. It was the rejections that pushed me to come back stronger. Those moments, those raw, human moments, are what made my chapter worthwhile. So pursue what challenges you. Pursue what sharpens your skills and deepens your understanding. Because success isn't about the destination, it's about the process. Every graduate here today has the passion, experience, and knowledge to succeed. But do you have the guts to fail? My class of 2025, I ask you not to write small, simple ideas. I ask you to go write something worth reading. Thank you. At this time, I would like to introduce the class of 2025 Vice President Peter Albano.
Good evening. My name is Peter Albano, the Vice President of the graduating class. It is now my honor to introduce Lucy Norwood as the valedictorian of the class of 2025. Lucy is the daughter of Jana and Sam Norwood. Lucy plans to attend Lehigh University to earn a bachelor's degree in English and a master's in education. She intends to one day become a secondary school teacher. Congratulations, Lucy.
Good evening, friends, parents, teachers, and staff. Thank you to Peter for the introduction. I'd like to give a special shout out to my section up there. I love you all. Wow, okay. I'm incredibly lucky and honored to speak to you as the valedictorian of the class of 2025. If I'm being honest, this caught me a little off guard. Speeches written in 2 days are not usually my specialty. But all of my hard work and debate training would be wasted if I didn't give this everything I had. I would like to start by thanking all of the teachers and staff who guided our journey to graduation. It is only with your teaching and inspiration that we are where we are today. On behalf of the graduating class, we are truly grateful. Thank you for the sacrifices you've made to help us become the best versions of ourselves. Our class has been through a lot. Things like COVID and 4 different principals, to name a few. I'm proud of all of us for pushing through it. We've all experienced the long nights, the difficult balances of social experiences and school, the process of picking a college or career to pursue. But what I'm most proud of this class for is its passion. On a small scale, I have seen passion in some of my closest friends as they shout and scream encouragement at other students during sporting events, whether they're on the team or not. I have watched plays where musical students pour their hearts out on stage, debate competitions where the slightly aggressive tone creeps into the speakers' voices, seen the posters students put up for friends on their lockers, and participated in many happy birthday songs, even when I didn't know the person it was being sung to. On a larger scale, I have seen intense dedication to our community. I have seen the National Honor Society food bank fill up. I have witnessed students getting their friends involved in charity walks or blood donations. I have seen students create new clubs. I have seen huge smiles across students' faces as they cross the stage to receive a scholarship that they worked 4 years for. I have seen the Babbitt students who win every competition they're in. I have seen students walk out of the building with a load of textbook in their arms, and I have seen the murals on our walls that take a semester or more to complete to perfection. I consider myself truly privileged to have grown up with all of you, people who have made the world a better place, whether on that large or small scale. All of these actions, all of these memories were driven by passion. I truly believe that passion has made the bricks of the path that have led us to graduation today. Whether it was the eagerness to help the community, a love for sports, for academics, for technical skills, or for your friends, that little voice in the back of your mind that made you actually care for something lifted you here today. I know that every single student here has felt that fire, the small burning pressure that makes us feel something. What I ask of you, class of 2025, is that you don't lose this passion or this spark. It was John Bon Jovi who said, quote, "Nothing is as important as passion. No matter what you want to do with your life, be passionate." I want you to take that feeling of passion that you have experienced here at Saucon, no matter how big or small, and apply it to the rest of your life. Take the job that makes you happy. Hang out with the people that would sing happy birthday to you in a crowded room. Study the subjects that thrill you. I promise you, if you search for that sliver of passion in your future life, no day will ever be boring. For about 4 years now, I've been hearing from almost every adult that high school is the peak of my life, that nothing will ever match the feeling of high school football games or a stop at McDonald's after school with friends. And frankly, for about 4 years now, I think they've been missing that spark in life that can be pretty easy to find. So, my class of 2025, I ask you not to consider these last years of high school as the best it's ever going to get. Instead, step out into the world, into the rest of your lives, and follow the light of passion. Thank you, and happy graduation.
I would now like to introduce Lewis Flowers, Salutatorian of the class of 2025. Lewis Flowers is the son of Rebecca Miller and Robert Flowers. Lewis is attending the University of Pittsburgh in pursuit of a degree in biochemistry. Congratulations, Lewis.
Good evening. It is an honor to be speaking to all of you tonight on behalf of the Saucon class of 2025. I'd like to begin by congratulating all of the students. We finally made it, and by thanking the parents and teachers who made this possible. I'd like to give a special shout out to my AP Spanish class, the CSA family, and Miller's 9th period English. You guys made my senior year truly special. Rafael Nadal, one of the greatest tennis players of all time, once said, "Losing is not my enemy, fear of losing is my enemy." Towards the end of Rafa's career, he faced physical setbacks very frequently and often had to receive injections in his foot to be able to play. Despite this, he always gave 100% and left everything he had on court. Everyone has experienced failure at one point or another in their lives, whether it's getting rejected by that girl or guy you had your eyes on, or just missing the cutoff for varsity. Failure takes many different forms and comes in varying intensities, but I think we can all agree it sucks. When I was in 4th grade, I played baseball, and I always loved the idea of getting to pitch. It seemed like the pitcher could dictate the flow of the game, and I wanted that power. One night, I finally got to pitch, and it was an absolute disaster. I must have walked at least 10 guys, and the inning only ended when the other team scored 5 runs off of walks. As I was sitting in the dugout crying about my performance, my coach tried to comfort me, but to no avail. I quit baseball at the conclusion of the season. I was so ashamed of my performance and so afraid to embarrass myself again that I just gave up. Looking back, I realized that I had it all wrong. If you've watched Star Wars, maybe you remember Yoda saying, "The greatest teacher failure is." Failure paints you a perfect picture of what you're doing wrong and likely how you can improve, 2 of the most necessary components of success. Throughout my time at Saucon, I have seen people afraid of failure. Maybe students avoid classes out of fear of getting a bad grade, or they don't try out for sports for fear of being judged. Never let any amount of fear prevent you from trying something new. Think about it this way. Rafael Nadal wasn't a champion from the moment he picked up a racket. He didn't know what he would become, and he had to endure a great number of failures before succeeding. He most definitely had people tell him to quit, laugh at him, pick on him, but imagine how they feel now. Despite this pretty picture I paint of failure, it's often very ugly. Sometimes, even when doing the right things, you will fail day after day after day. Sometimes you'll forget why you're still pushing forward. That's why you can't ever forget why you started. Whether you're doing it for you, or your parents, or your dog, find your purpose and stick to it like your life depends on it. And never forget that whenever life gets you down and kicks you, no matter where you are or what you're doing, everyone back home at Saucon will be rooting for you because you'll always be a Panther. Thank you.
At this time, it is my honor to introduce Hayden Jebbets, Secretary of the Class of 2025.
Hello everyone, I'm Hayden. Tonight, we would like to recognize some of the incredible accomplishments that our class of the 2025 has made. First, our honors graduates are wearing special medals tonight representing their academic accomplishments for being in the top 10% of the class of 2025. Would all of our honors graduates please stand? We would now like to ask our National Merit Commended Scholars and Scholarship Finalists to stand and be recognized. The members of National Honor Society are wearing blue and gold cords. Would the members of National Honor Society please stand? Students who have taken at least one advanced placement class during their time at Saucon Valley High School are wearing purple cords. Will those students please stand and be recognized? Students in student government are wearing red and black cords. Will those students please stand? Our National Technical Honor Society members are wearing white and purple cords. Will members of NTHS please stand? Students recognized as global scholars are wearing blue and green cords. Will these students please stand and be recognized? We would also like to recognize students who have attended Bethlehem Area Vocational Technical School and may participate in Skills USA. Will the Babbitt students please stand? Also tonight, you may see members of our class wearing pins or medals that they have earned in athletic, musical, or extracurricular accomplishments. Will those students please stand? Additionally, we would like to recognize the members of our class who serve as volunteer firefighters in our community. Will those students please stand? Finally, we would like to honor the students who will be entering the military upon their graduation. Will those students please stand? At this time, I would also like to recognize and thank all of the attendees this evening who are active or retired military. Will those in attendance please stand? Thank you to all the members of the class of 2025 for being active and involved in representing Saucon Valley High School for the past 4 years. Thank you. Go Panthers. I would now like to introduce Madison Laszlo, Student Government Association Co-President.
Hi, my name is Madison Laszlo, and I am the SGA Co-President. Tonight, it is my honor to recognize the class of 1975 as this is their 50th anniversary of their high school graduation. What was it like in 1975? What was going on? The Vietnam War ended April 30th, 1975. Former California Governor Ronald Reagan announces his candidacy for the Republican presidential nomination against Gerald Ford. The median cost of a house was $38,100. Gas was 53 cents a gallon. I know, wouldn't we all like that? In 1975, a whole gallon of milk cost $1.57. Bacon was $1.55 a pound. And eggs were 66 cents a dozen. The Pittsburgh Steelers won the Super Bowl. The Cincinnati Reds won the World Series. And the Philadelphia Flyers clinched the Stanley Cup. Additionally, the Golden State Warriors won the NBA championship. Jack Nicklaus won the US PGA tournament for the 4th time. Love Will Keep Us Together by Captain Antonio was the #1 song. TV series Saturday Night Live, Wheel of Fortune, Barney Miller, and the Jeffersons made their television debut. We thank the members of the class of 1975 who could join us tonight. At this time, we ask all members of the Saucon Valley class of 1975 to stand and be recognized. The class of 2025 will soon become a member of the Saucon Valley alumni family, joining those of the 127 classes before you. Now we ask all those here today who are alumni of Hellertown or Saucon Valley High School to please stand and be recognized. Dad, I see you out there. Thank you for joining us. You may be seated. It is now my privilege to introduce our next speaker this evening, Superintendent of Schools, Mrs. Jamie Velasty. Please join me in welcoming Mrs. Velasty as she shares a few words of wisdom for the class of 2025.
Good evening, members of the Board of Education, Saucon Valley School District, alumni, distinguished colleagues in administration, esteemed members of the faculty, proud parents, families, friends, and most importantly, the Saucon Valley School District graduating class of 2025. I am filled with immense gratitude for the opportunity to address you this evening. It is a privilege to stand before you as your superintendent to celebrate you and share in the joy of this momentous occasion. Now, before I speak with all of you, I have to take a minute to address the amazing individuals who have packed our stadium to see you walk across the stage this evening. To the parents and families of our graduates, I extend my deepest and heartfelt thank you. Your unwavering support, love, and guidance have played an instrumental role in shaping the remarkable individuals seated before me today. You trusted in us to educate and nurture your children. It is a responsibility we do not take lightly, and I'm truly grateful for the partnership we have formed with you in the journey of their growth and development. And to the graduates, our shining stars, I want to express my heartfelt appreciation. You are a special class to me. You are the first class that I've seen through all 4 years of high school as your superintendent. I have watched you grow and mature into amazing humans ready to take on the challenges that the world will throw at you. Each one of you is a unique and talented individual, and it has been an absolute honor to witness your journey through these formative years. Your resilience, your creativity, and your determination have inspired us all, and I have no doubt that you will continue to achieve great things in the future. You are the reason the adults in front of you and beside you do what we do each day. All very different, but the driving force, the reason, and the pure intention is for each and every one of you. I, unfortunately, do not get to see you each day in the classroom or talk with you when you're having a rough day or serve you in the cafeteria one of the delicious meals. I did, however, get to watch you perform on stage, practice your heart out in the pool, compete in competitions across the state, come in first in a race, or win scholarships for your academic performance. But most importantly, I have been blessed to be able to be the superintendent who was able to spend hours planning centerpieces for prom. I have been privileged to be able to watch you fight back from a season-starting injury with tears in your eyes, only to take the field in your last few games of your high school career. I have been lucky enough to be able to get emails from you asking the standard by which I make the call for a snow day or early dismissal. I have been lucky enough to be able to collect water guns from many of you during Senior Assassins and watch you all smile as you handed them over to me and told me if I wanted to be the cool superintendent, I would meet you in the parking lot after school and join in the fun. I am honored today to watch each of you cross the stage and shake your hand as you become graduates of Saucon Valley School District, and to me, there is no greater honor. This is the part of the address that I'm supposed to impart on you lessons that I've learned, wise words that you should remember, and this is also part of the speech when you start to wonder how much longer this ceremony is going to last. But let me assure you, in less than an hour, you will have all become official Saucon Valley School District graduates. Let that sink in. You are all beginning the greatest part of your journey, and you get to decide right now the life that you want. And with this comes your lesson. Life is not easy and life is not fair, but you get to decide the life that you want. And know this, whatever it is, it will absolutely require more than you currently are. So you need to ask yourself, what are you willing to do? Life is not about what you're capable of. It is about what you're willing to do, the extent you're willing to reach. When it becomes less about your talents and intelligence and skills and more about your character. There are plenty of people who are capable. I know very few that are willing. Decide what you are willing to do to have the life you want. Decide what you are willing to do and go after it with everything you have. Be willing to tackle the obstacles, walk through the rain, and be willing to fail. These are your opportunities. They are not your threats. And when you're going after the life that you want, make the decision as to whether you want to be popular or prominent. Yes, there is a difference. During high school, you may not have noticed there was, but let me assure you, there is, and you need to be ready to choose. Popular or prominent. Prominence is painful, and that means when you are successful, when you choose to lead, and when you want to make change, you will need to have the courage to be criticized, the courage to be disliked, and the courage to be misunderstood. You cannot stand out and stand still at the same time. You cannot wait for everyone to approve or cheer for you, or you will forever be stuck. If you want to do something beautiful, you have to do it differently. The class of 2025, you did it differently, and I am so very proud of you. As we send you off into the world, remember that you carry with you the love and support of your families, the knowledge and skills imparted by your teachers, and the cherished memories of your time here as a Panther. Embrace the challenges that lie ahead with courage, fight for the life that you want, and never forget the strong bonds of friendship and community that you have forged during your time here at Saucon Valley. You are all amazing people. The school is a better place because you walked its halls. The world will be a better place because of the mark you leave in it, and I am a better superintendent because of you. Thank you for all being a part of our lives, and thank you for letting me be a part of yours. Congratulations, class of 2025, and stay safe, Panthers.
Thank you, Mrs. Velocity, for your support of the class of 2025. And for those of you who don't know, in superintendent school, we don't get meteorology. And what a beautiful day, so thank you very much on that call. Let's have a round of applause. Beautiful day for graduation. Okay, at this time, I would like to introduce Morgan Krewatch, co-president of the Student Government Association.
Good evening, graduates. I'm honored to announce our faculty speaker, Mr. Mario Marcosi. Mr. Marcosi is a 1986 graduate of Saucon Valley Senior High School. Upon graduation, he was the recipient of the Michelle R. Ruth Award for Outstanding Citizenship and the National School Caller Award. After 20 successful years in the business world, Mr. Marcosi sold the last of his businesses and in 2006 began his career at Saucon Valley as a teacher of social studies and English. He earned his Bachelor of Science in Education with a specialization in history at Kutztown State University and earned his Master of Education at Moravian University, where he also earned additional postgraduate certifications. Please join me in welcoming to the stage Mr. Mario Marcosi.
Good evening. Welcome parents, guardians, friends, relatives, faculty, administration, school board members, Ms. Vlacity, and soon-to-be graduates of the class of 2025. In my 19-year tenure as a teacher here at Saucon Valley, this is the third time I've been honored with the role of faculty speaker. So I want to say thank you. To be honest, after these students have had to listen to me recite the pledge every morning and watch me on the morning announcements, it seems like a small miracle to me that they would want to hear me yapping at their graduation ceremony. And you parents must also be sick of me because for some reason the school district has not gotten tired of me being their recorded voice when you dial into the school. Hello, and thank you for calling the Saucon Valley School District. If you know the box number of the party you wish to reach, you may dial it at any time. Please note, all calls may be monitored or recorded. For the elementary school, press 1. So thank you for putting up with all that and still wanting me to speak here tonight. I would like to briefly address two themes this evening for our graduates to ponder, and they are the value of humor and the value of kindness, items which you guys have in spades. It is incredible. While I believe that these two themes are somewhat interconnected, each is important in its own way. Humor, I would argue, is essential to good health and success, among other things. There is research that shows that the endorphins we release when we laugh have both physical and emotional health benefits. Humor is also the part of human nature that reminds us to not take life too seriously. I have watched many of you stress about college plans, job plans, life plans, final exams, tech exams, AP exams, juggling part-time work with school, and a million other things. It is my belief that humor is a great prescription to get oneself through these stressful times. At the start of the school year, I had a student who clearly was struggling to complete and submit assignments. This student was somewhat quiet and reserved, and I suspected that she might be experiencing other struggles that were proving to be obstacles to her success. So I tried something. I asked her to step out of the classroom for a moment, and when she stepped out into the hallway, she saw this. And I said, "Can I be very serious with you for a moment? You need to get your assignments in before they pile up." Well, she lost her composure, and she was laughing, and she said, "No teacher has ever done that before." And I replied, "Well, it's my first time." She handed in every one of her late assignments and every assignment thereafter. I've used this nose a number of times with an impressive success rate because humor, my friends, is a formidable weapon in staving off the intimidation we feel when life gets tough or complicated. I humbly recommend to our graduates that you use humor daily, even hourly if necessary, to put life's troubles into perspective. To help you out, I have given each of you a standard issue Marcosi clown nose of your own. Please feel free to try it on, as some of you have already done, and feel free to stand up and give a wave to your folks. And administration asked for noses, and some of them have put them on, and some of them have taken them off. But either way, the message goes to them too. I'm telling you, it helps me. You're having a bad day, just throw on the nose, walk around, get the laughs. It makes you feel great. All right. And now to the second theme, kindness. So more than anything, the class of fine individuals you see before you are kind and wonderful people. Each and every one of them. And as such, they've served to raise my faith in humanity. This past February, my dad passed away. Some of you may have known him. He was one of the first barbers in Hellertown and had his shop in town for many years. He was usually referred to as Mario the Barber. He retired in 2014. I bring this up because my dad's passing actually serves to further illustrate my point about the kindness of these students. I had 2 courses back-to-back this year, which contained a good number of seniors who are seated here, and many of them had both courses back-to-back. My first day back from dealing with arrangements for my dad's services, I was at my desk taking attendance as usual, and slowly and deliberately, my students formed a semicircle around my desk. They presented me with this lovely basket from the class and with flowers, but what nearly brought me to tears was their words. "We love you, Mr. Marcosi," spoken nearly in unison. "Let us know how we can help." To which I responded, "You just did." Again, this group raises my faith in humanity. You know, as teachers who are also mortal human beings, we have problems like everyone else, some minor, some serious, some very serious. But I have always maintained that as educators of children, we have an obligation to do our best not to affect our students with our personal problems. This means sometimes many of us who teach feel it necessary to check our feelings at the door, so to speak. So either I'm a really poor actor, or these students are some of the most intuitive people I've ever had the pleasure of knowing, because they read right through me. The class of 2025 is also a class that treats each other with kindness and respect. They celebrate each other's good fortune, and they're just as quick to comfort each other when the chips are down. Among so many other examples too numerous to mention, I witnessed one of my seniors only a few weeks ago who was visibly upset about some disappointing news she had received. Again, I saw students forming a circle around her, much as they did with me, and they went to work cheering her up, comforting her. These are fine people, everyone. The finest. So let's summarize, shall we? Use humor to help you get through the unpleasant stuff, and use your new nose for the tougher situations. And continue to be kind to others. You will feel good about it every time. You sure have made me feel good about it. I would like to close with a Fun Friday prize, even though it's Saturday. So what is Fun Friday? Well, every Friday, I like to celebrate the efforts of my students over the course of the school week. So we start with a wellness survey on Google Forms, and then to make sure everyone's doing okay, we debrief it and make sure everybody's able to vent any frustrations, both aloud and privately in the form. And this just allows students to share any issues they want to discuss. But then, after we're done with the day's lesson, we reserve 5 to 10 minutes at the end of class for a prize drawing. Now, students earn prize tickets through the course of the week through study games, group activities, and then they get an extra ticket on Fun Friday. And the prizes are typically very small, right? So, but nobody leaves without having received something, a small pencil or eraser or something like that. But there's always one very luxurious grand prize, like I usually get it from Dollar Tree or something like that. And all you seniors have a ticket with you. So what I'm going to do for one last time before you head out and brighten the world, I'm going to go ahead and call out a number. But this time I've made the prize much grander than Dollar Tree. Like we're talking like CVS or Rite Aid quality. And I'm embarrassed to say I forgot all the numbers in the gym. So here's what's going to happen. I will contact you when I pick the number, and I will deliver the gift to your house. I could have sworn I remembered to bring everything up here. So here's the gift, okay? And I think you're going to like it. Got a little bit of weight to it, all right? Also, don't forget, I know many of you are going to see me after the ceremony in my classroom, as is the case every year. But I will deliver this to your home after I draw the ticket. So give yourselves a round of applause for a great year. Thank you, class of 2025, for making this year so special. Now get out there and spread your kindness and joy to the whole world. Congratulations, everyone.
It is now my privilege to introduce the Student Government Association Secretary, Tanner Riefenstahl, who will be introduced the class of 2025 selected student speaker.
It is now my pleasure to introduce our class of 2025 student selected speaker, Zoe Sauvignon, who is also our class treasurer. Zoe is the daughter of Julian and Gabriella Sauvignon. Zoe plans to attend University of Michigan's Ross School of Business for Business Administration and Finance.
Hello, class of 2025, parents, teachers, faculty, friends, and everyone else in the audience. So I guess this is it, graduation. I know it must feel weird. For a while, it felt like this day was so far away, and now here we are, where I have 5 minutes to sum up our past 4 years together. First of all, thank you. Thank you for choosing me to speak. I'm seriously honored and terrified, but mostly honored. The class of 2025 has been through a lot. Most of us have been here since kindergarten. That's a long time to be surrounded by the same people, to grow up in the same hallways, and it doesn't help that we have such a small class. I couldn't imagine growing up in a huge school where I'm surrounded by strangers. We've shared a lot of moments. We went through online school together through COVID, where I remember trying to stay awake during Zoom classes, dealing with glitchy Wi-Fi, and submitting assignments at basically the last second, but we figured it out. Freshman year, we had read-us in the LGI, a tradition that we continued again senior year. Junior and senior year, we hosted Powder Puff football, and won, of course. We had a senior sunrise with pancakes, spike ball tournaments, hot chocolate. We somehow pulled off a lip dub that looked good, even if it took way too many takes and people slipped during the filming. We had a senior sunset with popcorn and people getting silly stringed, and let me just say that some people got attacked with that silly string way more than others. Sorry. And our senior prank, it got canceled at the last minute, and this class pulled through with a new prank the very next morning, not wasting a single second, turning the school into a Mario Kart track with scooters and skateboards. They are never going to forget people wiping out in the gym because someone brought water balloons and banana peels. And in between all our fun activities, we got through the hard stuff too. Tests, projects, college applications, early mornings, and late nights. That says something about us. This class, busy with academics and sports, always found the time to have fun. Before I wrap this up, I want to give a quick thank you to the people who got me here and also mildly blackmailed me into including them into the speech. To my parents and my sister, thank you for supporting me. I owe a lot of my success to you. To my teachers, thank you for withstanding my constant sarcasm. And to my friends, thank you for making me have so much fun. I can't stand the thought of leaving. Shout out to Winnie, Ivy, Maddie, Yvette, Lucy, Yashvi, Peter, and Tanner. Yes, your names are in here, so you can stop texting me about it. And to anyone else who asked to be mentioned, I am sorry I only had 5 minutes. You can catch me after this for an autograph. And finally, my biggest thank you goes to you, the class of 2025. I've been lucky to grow up with you. You've made me laugh, you've inspired me, you've annoyed me, and I am so proud to be one of you. Why else would I wake up early at senior sunrise to make you pancakes? Skip class to organize senior lip dub? Stay late to clean up senior sunset? Spend hours on this speech because you are worth every single second of my time, because you are incredible people. I hope you all find success, whatever it is that you are hoping for after you leave here. Whether it's college, a job, traveling, taking a break, whatever path you follow, I hope it brings you somewhere you're excited about. I hope you keep trying even when it gets hard. And I hope you remember how much you're capable of, because you have already done so much. These experiences that we share together, the good, the bad, has become part of who we are. They didn't just pass. They will stay with us, reminding us of where we've been. I know many of you are scared to move on, but embrace the unknown with the knowledge you have gained. As you continue on your path, let those memories give you strength and perspective and a deeper appreciation for everything still to come. You will meet new people, make new experiences, but everything that you have done here will not simply disappear. You will always be a Panther. Before I go, I want to share a lyric with you. In Are We Still Friends by Tyler, the Creator, he says, "Don't get green skin, keep contact." I know it sounds kind of dumb, but what he's saying is, don't disappear. Stay in touch. Text me when something good happens. Send a reel if it makes you laugh. Call me if you're upset. Ask me to meet up if I'm still around. Because like I said, you are worth every single second of my time. Class of 2025, this isn't goodbye, it's just see you later.
At this time, seniors Madeline Janis and Roberta Silverthorne, along with their choral instructor, Miss Lauren Sakasitz, will sing a selection entitled Hold Fast to Dreams.
Move it closer to me. Okay, it goes up.
Thank you, ladies. Because I'm a true believer in the magic of humor and kindness, we're going to call Mr. Marcosi up. But not only those two things, that I want to see who wins this drawing. Mr. Marcosi. Oh, yes, please bring the gift, yes.
Thanks, Dr. Caskey. All right, are you ready? This is once and done. I'm gonna have Dr. Caskey pick the ticket out of the bin here. All right. Mixed it up really good. Dr. Caskey, if you would.
Ticket number 052865. 052865.
We haven't. Thank you.
Congratulations. President Detmar, Superintendent Velocity, and the members of the Saucon Valley School Board of Directors, it is my honor to certify to you that the members of the class of 2025 have completed the requirements of the Pennsylvania State Board of Education and the Pennsylvania Department of Education. On behalf of the faculty and administration of Saucon Valley High School, we congratulate the class of 2025 and are ready to grant them their diplomas in recognition of their achievement. At this time, Mrs. Davis and Mr. Fry will read the names of our graduates.
Valedictorian, Lucy Norwood. Salutatorian, Lewis Flowers. Honors graduate and class president, Yashvi Javia. Honors graduate, Ryan Wang. Honors graduate, Cole Hubert. Honors graduate, Ivy Chi. Honors graduate, Luke McLaughlin. Honors graduate, Morgan Krewatch. Honors graduate, Katrina Price. Honors graduate and class treasurer, Zoe Sylvanyard. Honors graduate, Ava Reel.
Honors graduate John Murphy. Honors graduate Stephen Vautrin. Honors graduate Jolie DeYoung. Honors graduate Caleb Grimm. Class Vice President Peter Albano. Class Secretary Hayden Jebich.
Jackson Albert. Jalen Ashmead. Anthony Baez. Aksa Barry. Kylie Benato. Carter Bidwell. Dalton Boyer. Devin Broadhead. Alexis Brown. Adam Boetti. Isaiah Checo. Winnie Chen. Adam Clark. Aiden Cody. Phoenix Cologne. Brittany Cooney. Angelina Deckert. Chloe Desmond. Jack Edelman. Sean Fitzpatrick. Thomas Fritz. Andrew Gilbert. James Gill. Alicia Gorman.
Abigail Gress. Joseph Griffith. Aiden Grog. Devin Gundrum. Daniel Haar. Haley Heffelfinger. Ronnie Henninger. Josiah Hernandez. Diego Hernando. Julia Hester. Christopher Hill. Christopher Hoyt. Samuel Huerta. Madeline Janis. Chloe Johnson. Kylie Johnston. Madeline Karras. Jacob Kelly. Shane Karasets. Peyton Kickline. Adrian King. Johnny Kittlestat. Elizabeth Corpix. Sophia Kosh.
Jacob Kreski. Lily LaBelle. Yasmin Leyland. Riley Lannon. Madison Laszlo. Jerry Lynn. Aaron Lockett. George Lookenbill. Trace Luckenbach. Joel Lugo Rodriguez. Zachary Mayo. Carolyn Moralchuk. Justin Mariquin Rodriguez. Hector Mateo. Grace Mattis. Fabian McCullough. Abigail Meyer. Paul Militas. Angel Miles. Elijah Miller. Molly Morales. Darius Morgan. Brianna Nemhard. Aiden Nickel.
Nevaeh Novak. Ethan Ortiz. Selenia Ortiz. Ava Osman. Nick Porterfield. Austin Reich. Connor Riley. Julia Riley. Ariana Renninger. Derek Renninger. Tanner Riefenstahl. Eliza Rivera. Jack Robertson. Jared Roan. Ilana Rosa Nunez. Dante Rosati. Owen Rudolph. Gunnar Rudolph. Samuel Sains. Roshni Sajnani. Xavier Santiago. Lee Schlegel. Jack Schmel. Madeline Schottman.
Colby Sell.
Roberta Silverthorne. Holly Stanley. Brooke Stauffer. Coltrane Seidel. Chloe Stiers. Annabella Story. Eliza Sullivan. Savannah Tab. Michaela Titus. Elijah Lee Torres. Ruby Torzik. Nolan Tweed. Yvette Urban. Christian Vanderwalt. Ava Venetone. Caleb Vogel. Lily Walser. Amelia Wargis. Sean Yerbinsky. Savannah Zeta. You got it. Emma Zellers. Courtney Ziegler.
Will the class officers please step forward and join me for the official turning of the tassels? Saucon Valley High School class of 2025, will you please stand? At this time, having met the requirements for your graduation and having received your diploma, you may officially turn your tassels in recognition of your graduation. Yep. At this time, we ask all who are able to please rise for the singing of the Saucon Valley Alma Mater.
Would everyone please be seated? Would everyone please be seated? Graduates, please be seated. Yep. Graduates, please be seated. Everyone, please be seated. I know everyone's excited and want to get out, but before we begin our recessional, I would like to thank some very special people without whose assistance tonight would have never been possible. Mrs. Davis, Mr. Fry, our administrative assistants, Mrs. Bonhorst, Mrs. McGeehan, Ms. Lauer, Ms. Sight, our school counselors, Ms. Aldifer, Ms. Suriel, Ms. Fisher, and the Saucon Valley maintenance and custodial staff. Let's give them a round of applause. A special thank you to Zach Estojak of Mobile Technology Graphics for their assistance in tonight's program. As our graduates recess out of the stadium, we ask that you please remain seated until all students have left the field and exited the stadium. Graduates, please remember, once a Panther, always a Panther. Parents, family, and friends, thank you once again for joining us tonight as we celebrated the class of 2025. Congratulations, graduates.
dressed up like a pillow, so she's always in bed. Flowers for the sick and dead. She's on the go, way too fast and way too slow. She'll turn the snow in hospitals and funeral homes. And when the tide rises, somebody sleeps and is gone in the blink of an eye.
It seems like just yesterday we were posing in knockoff frames, sparking up our lemonade, smiling in a cap and